Has your teen been labeled as quiet or shy? And do you sometimes worry that your teen doesn't have many friends? If so, this video is for you. Parenting an introverted teen can be both rewarding and challenging. Introverts often have unique needs that can be misunderstood, even by loving and well-meaning parents. But here's the good news. With the right approach, you can build a deeper connection with your introverted teen and help him or her to flourish. Let's dive into the practical tips you can start applying today. Here's the first one. Respect your teen's need for space. Introverted teens recharge by spending time alone. It's how they process their thoughts, regain energy, and find balance. For example, after a long school day filled with social interactions, introverted teens might retreat to their room to read or listen to music. Respecting this need for solitude is crucial. Remind yourself that your teen's alone time isn't about them rejecting you. It's about allowing them to recharge. Let them know that you'll be available when they're ready to connect. You could say something like this to them. I'm here if you want to talk later. This can go a long way in making them feel supported without feeling pressured. Psychologist Dr. Laurie Helgo, author of the book Introvert Power, emphasizes that solitude is essential for introverts' mental well-being. By honoring your introverted teen's need for space, you're helping them maintain emotional balance. I'm Daniel Wong. I'm a teen coach and I specialize in helping teens to thrive. Let's move on to tip number 2. Focus on quality over quantity in conversations. Introverted teens often value meaningful conversations over small talk. Instead of asking general questions like, "How was your day?" try diving deeper with questions like this. What was the most interesting thing you learned today? Or, how did that project make you feel? Let's say your teenage daughter shows you a watercolor painting she's working on. You might ask her, what inspired you to paint those patterns? This invites her to share her inner world, something she might not do if she isn't prompted. Of course, even if you ask the right questions, it's possible that your introverted teens might not be ready to share much at that moment. But it's important to create a judgment-free space. Avoid interrupting your teens or rushing to offer solutions. Instead, listen attentively and validate their feelings. This approach fosters trust and encourages them to open up more over time. Tip number 3. Avoid forcing your teen to socialize. While social interaction is important, introverted teens often feel overwhelmed in large group settings. Dr. Marty Olson-Laney describes how introverts are more sensitive to the effects of dopamine. This means that introverts experience heightened stress in overstimulating environments. Pushing them into situations they're uncomfortable with can backfire and can cause them to withdraw even more. Instead, encourage smaller, low-pressure interactions. For example, you could suggest that they invite 1 or 2 friends over for a movie night instead of attending a big party. Over time, they'll build the confidence to engage in larger social settings at their own pace. Tip number 4. Understand your teen's social battery. For introverted teens, their energy levels are like a social battery. This battery gets drained by social interactions and gets recharged during solitude. For example, if your introverted teenage son attends a big family lunch, he might need a quiet afternoon and evening afterward to decompress. Do your best to plan your family's schedule with this in mind. If there's a big event on Saturday, try to avoid scheduling another big event on Sunday. This balance prevents burnout. It also helps your teens to approach social situations with a positive mindset. Tip number 5. Give your teen advance notice. Typically, introverts dislike surprises, especially when those surprises involve social interactions. Surprises can cause anxiety for introverts, which might not be the case for extroverts. So if there's a family or social event your teens need to attend, give them plenty of notice, at least 1 week if possible. Giving them time to mentally prepare will make the experience more manageable for them. If you're finding this video helpful so far, please click the like button. And please subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on future videos about helping teens to thrive. Tip number 6. Recognize the strengths your teen has as an introvert. Introverts often possess remarkable qualities. Qualities like creativity, independence, empathy, thoughtfulness, and focus. Celebrate these traits and encourage your teens to pursue hobbies that align with their strengths. For example, if your teenage daughter enjoys writing, Support her by giving her a journal or by enrolling her in a creative writing workshop. Avoid comparing your introverted teens to their extroverted peers, who may excel in more outwardly expressive activities like public speaking or team sports. Highlighting the strengths your teenagers possess helps them embrace their unique identity. Tip number 7. Encourage your teen to use different modes of communication. Introverted teens may find it challenging to express themselves verbally, especially in situations where emotions are running high. Offering alternative ways to communicate can make a big difference. For example, if your teenage son struggles to talk about his feelings, suggest that he write a letter or send an email or text instead. These alternative modes of communication provide an outlet for your teens to share their thoughts without feeling overwhelmed. You could also encourage them to try journaling as a private way for them to process their emotions. Tip number 8. Avoid labeling your teen. Labels like quiet or shy can feel limiting to introverted teens. Instead, frame your teen's introversion as a strength. For example, if someone comments on your teenage daughter's quiet nature, you might respond by saying, "Yes, she's great at observing situations and really listening to others. It's one of her many strengths." You can also try saying something like this periodically to your introverted teenagers. Being reflective and thoughtful are powerful qualities you have. They allow you to understand people and situations deeply. This reframing helps your teenagers to see their introversion as a positive attribute rather than as something they need to fix. Tip number 9. Create quiet spaces at home. Introverted teens need a sanctuary where they can relax and recharge. So work with your teens to create a space that feels peaceful and personal. For instance, you might help them set up a cozy reading corner with comfortable seating and good lighting. Or if they're into music, you could create a corner where they can enjoy listening to music uninterrupted. Setting up this type of dedicated space shows your teens that you value their needs and respect their boundaries. Tip number 10. Create rituals or routines for connection. Introverted teens don't always initiate connection, but they still crave meaningful relationships with their parents. Establishing regular rituals or routines can create opportunities for bonding without them feeling overwhelmed. For example, you could plan a weekly coffee outing or a weekly Sunday evening walk. Try to plan something that you know your introverted teens will enjoy. It's important to establish rituals or routines for connection because they foster trust. Quick question. Does your introverted teenager sometimes lack motivation? If so, I have a resource for you. It's this free ebook I've written entitled 16 Keys to Motivating Your Teenager. Visit daniel-wong.com/ebook to download the ebook today. I've also included the download link in the description below. And here's this other video I've created about the one specific type of goal that teens need to set. If they set this type of goal, it's guaranteed that they will work hard and be resilient. You'll find this video useful, so watch it next.